Well, let it fall, let it fall. Today I don't plan on going outside at all. No.
What's going on, guys? I'm Ridge and this is Rob, and together we are the Crelectors. This is our Poke podcast where we discuss Pokemon cards and the hobby. Make sure that you guys follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at the Crelectors. Like this video and subscribe. Let your friends know who has the best Poke podcast out right now. Appreciate everybody that has been supporting us so far. It means a lot. So this is episode 6. Did you think that we would make it this far, Rob?
I 10 was the number I was hoping to get to.
We'll make it there. But dropping one every week, so that's awesome. Let's jump right into I Choose You. This is where we compare topics in the Pokemon hobby, whether it be specific Pokemon, whole sets, types of cards, and we have to choose one of the options and explain why we like that one better. So this week we're going to be choosing one of your chase cards from the upcoming set Shininh Fates outside of the Charizard and Ditto VMAX shiny cards, because those seem to be a relatively across the hobby seems to be a good amount of everybody's chase cards. So we want to discuss some cards that could be outside of that and hype up the set a little bit more, because I don't know about you, Rob, but I've been checking out Shininh Fates card list for the past couple of weeks, just gearing up for it. And the more I look at it, the more I like it. That being said, it is really hyped up and it's got a lot behind it, but I think it's going to be able to meet that hype. So the card that I'm going to pick is Toxtricity, the VMAX shiny card. Why am I going to pick that? It's mostly a personal just like for that Pokemon. I play Sword and Shield, and he's a newer Pokemon that you have to hatch out of an egg to get his first evolution. And then when you evolve him, there's actually two versions that you can evolve the Toxel into Toxtricity based off of how you raise him in the game. So that was really cool for me. You can get one that's like more powerful in attack, and then another one that I believe is more like special on the defense side. And it's all in the nature of which you raise in the game. So for me, that was really cool. It's a little different. You don't get too many Pokemon where you can evolve it and it can evolve into a different form of the same evolution. So that separates it from a good amount of the other Pokemon. And so both of those alternate arts I really like a lot, but this VMAX shiny is just completely sick. It's so nasty. You guys gotta go check it out. It's like kind of pink. It's almost coming like out of the card at you. It's really cool. I like that. How about you, Rob? Which card outside of the VMAX Charizard and Ditto shinies are you looking to grab out of Shininh Fates?
So ever since you showed me actually this card right here, I think you just sent it in to CGC. This card right here you showed me, and I was like, that is one of the sickest cards I've ever seen. It's the English version, and bro, ever since then I've been keeping track of Toxtricity and his cards, and now in Shininh Fates he has a full art V, he has a VMAX, and then he also has a baby shiny or whatever they're calling it. And he's gonna be one of my favorite Pokemon from like the more modern sets.
I agree.
That's gonna be my top one as well. But since I want to give another option. Is Rillaboom VMAX. Rillaboom has been a heavy hitter.
Let's go
in my turn.
That's my guy.
He's been growing on me. It's something about being a starter Pokemon that like kind of resonates with me. They're always cool. You get them at the beginning of the game, and they just always turn out like really cool Pokemon. They really put a lot of effort into the starters. And also, if this was a card in the actual set, it would be EV VMAX for me. But this one only comes in the ETB, so it's not a specific chase card out of the set itself. But I'm definitely going to be hunting for like an ETB or just that card on its own to get that. Because I'm a big EV fan. I'm a big Evolution fan. I don't collect them because they are very expensive. But I do love a lot of the Evolution cards. With that said, with Eevee, it's probably going to be a really expensive card right out the gate. Those, Shining Fates pre-orders for the ETBs are like $200 right now, which is crazy for a pre-order for a set that hasn't even come out yet. But other than that, Rillaboom has a V, I believe, as well, or he has a baby shiny, one or the other.
Shiny V and V Max, yep.
And he's just a brighter green. He doesn't have like too much of a different shiny, but I do like the brighter green. And then that Eevee too. Who doesn't want a big old floofy Eevee? You know what I mean? But
I do.
Yeah, I'm excited for Shining Fates. It's gonna be crazy, especially for us. We're gonna, I'm gonna wake up early that day, try to go to every store I can and try to get some things. You're probably gonna go to New York and try to scoop some things up. So we're definitely gonna try to get more Shining Fates for the channel.
Yeah, I can't wait as well. And I hadn't seen your picks until just now. So as I'm reading it in our doc, I'm like, let's
Yeah, you
go.
got me into both those Pokemon,
Let's
Rillaboom and
go.
Toxtricity.
I love it, man. I love it. Those are my guys. I love Rillaboom. Can't go wrong with Eevee. Great picks for that. So if you guys are enjoying this podcast so far, 6 episodes in, we got another little series that we're starting, how to start collecting. So if you guys aren't really too much versed in Pokemon and you want to get back in, and a lot of the things that we're saying on these episodes don't really make too much sense, I would definitely say head over there and check them out. They're going to be shorter videos, so they're easier to watch and just gain some knowledge to point you in the right direction. So if we're being helpful in any way, it would be awesome if you guys could smash that subscribe button, click that like button on this video. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. It helps a lot. We're trying to put out as much helpful content as we can possible. So let's get into our next segment. It's going to be Poke News. Here we talk about the recent news within the hobby and the effects that it will have. So I'm just going to ad-lib this in here right now. There was a Pikachu promo this week, or within the past couple of weeks, General Mills, that was released a little bit early, and it's going pretty, not crazy, but being sold for a good chunk of change on eBay, about 125 to 150. So we have some mixed feelings about that.
Yep.
Yeah. So we just want to address it and just advise people that are new in the hobby to be careful before you go and buy a card like that. And this is why we're constantly saying over on how to start collecting to do your research, because it's really important so you don't end up buying a card for $125 that you can get out of a cereal box within the next month for about $4 and potentially get that Pikachu. Now, I'm not too versed in exactly how they're rolling these out. If I've heard 1 in 6 chance to hit the Pikachu, I've heard every pack has a Pikachu, so I don't want to make too hard of concrete stances on that, but I do know that it's going to be possible to pull that Pikachu out of these cereal boxes. So the fact that people are buying that for $125 to $150 worries me a little bit for the hobby. Solely off the fact that if you think, yes, product's hard to get, but there are a lot more places that sell cereal boxes than they do Pokemon cards. So if you think about that, this shouldn't be too hard of a card to get your hands on. And if you're one of the people that grabbed it for $125, $150, and then they all roll out in cereal boxes, that's going to depreciate the value, and I'm guessing it's going to go to like $20. That's a rough estimate. It could be more because of this fake hype, but a lot of that market was only established by whoever got their hands on this early and put it up for sale and just made up a price, you know what I mean? So be careful when we're talking about stuff like that. I just want to address that. Rob, you have anything to say about that?
So what I'd like to say is that card is probably going to be produced heavily. It's going to be in cereal boxes. It's a 3-card pack. If you think about it in a production standpoint, 3-card pack. And if you think about it and compare it to a regular pack, which is 10 to 11 cards, that's 3 times as many cards in a pack. So if they're producing the same amount that they are for, like say a batch of Vivid Voltage, they're going to be able to put out 3 times as many packs into these cereal boxes than, if they were 10 card packs, if that makes any sense. So they're going to be, there's going to be a lot of cereal boxes. There's going to be a lot of packs in those cereal boxes. So I don't see this card, being too hard to get. Maybe a 1 in 6 chance because I think there's 6 hollows. But it's 125. I think it's just because people want it first. People want to be that person to get a card first. If it was a crazy card, maybe that has some value. But it's a reprint of Darkness Ablaze promo card with a little stamp on it. So if you're thinking about buying and flipping, I wouldn't suggest this, but the best bet would be get it now, express it, and hope you get it in 10 days before everything comes out. Hope you get a perfect 10, and then maybe you can flip it. But if you're holding on to that card thinking that card's going to go, 10x or 5x, 2x in the next couple months, I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to dip hard when all the boxes come out. And depending on how it is easy to pull, you're probably looking at like a $5 to $10, $20 card max right off the rip. So, it's gambling at that point when you're buying that far ahead and hoping that it goes up. A lot of people who bought it for $125 and thinking it's going to spike, they're going to be holding a bag for sure.
Yeah, and just wanted to bring awareness to this for the new people jumping in the hobby.
Mm-hmm.
And just with like a little side note, just do your research. But we could be wrong. This thing could 10x. Who knows? We're just giving our advice on what we think will happen and trying to advise people and steer them in the right direction. But at the end of the day, you guys can make your decisions for yourself. We're no experts or whatnot
Also,
in this. But
one more thing, they're not out yet. Don't go ripping, those Pikachu, General Mills cereal boxes yet. This was a situation where a General Mills employee took them out and released them before they were supposed to be released. So it's only in a little area. So don't go ripping out cereals and checking if they're in there because, I've heard or read on Facebook where people are going into Walmarts and stuff and ripping these open to see if the packs are in there. That's just not the right thing to do. And that shouldn't be part of the hobby. And that's just going to leave a bad taste on other people's minds about Pokemon and all this craze. So just wait till it comes out. Just be patient. FOMO is real. Don't let it get to you.
Yep. Exactly. So in other news within the hobby this week, we actually had a decent amount. Pokemon filed for a bunch of trademarks, so we're gonna go over that. They filed for VMAX Climax. That was basically the trademark that was getting a headline. Supposedly it's supposed to be a set. So typically Pokemon will grab these trademarks about 6 months ahead of time, a little more, a little less, depending. So are we looking at a summer set? Probably, and a lot of people are speculating, is this the end of VMAX cards? I don't have an exact answer on that, but I wouldn't be surprised. The reasons why I wouldn't be surprised is basically I feel like they did a lot of VMAX arts and hit a lot of Pokemon within the Galar region, and it's known for the Galar region. And outside of the Galar region, they hit some iconic Pokemon like Charizard and Pikachu. So they could very well continue it. I mean, there's plenty of Pokemon that didn't get a VMAX art, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if they were moving on. And what's taking the place of VMAX is VMAX Climax, maybe just a more powerful Pokemon with more HP in the TCG. They also filed for V Union and V Star, as well as set names EV Heroes, Sky Stream, and Towering Perfection. Any speculation on that, Rob?
EV Heroes is interesting. I mean, a full set based around evolutions could be cool. V Maxes of all the evolutions would be really awesome. That's very low chance in my opinion, but I mean, EV Heroes, that sounds cool. And then Skystream, if they reprint Skyridge, that would be crazy. And then Towering Perfection, I haven't seen or heard anything about Towering Perfection. I don't really have any speculating thoughts about that just yet. But other than that, Skystream, Skyridge, that's what popped into my mind when I heard that, because they're due for a vintage reprint in terms of not base set. Like there's Shining Legends with the Neo series. I don't think they have done anything with the e-reader cards in a while. So that'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
That would be really cool. I like those cards. I'd love to get my hands on some of those at market value. They also trademarked High Class Pack and High Class Deck, as well as Fusion Arts. So that's interesting. Fusion Arts, the first place I go is I'm thinking something like, um, oh, also V Union is something I wanted to talk about. Could we potentially be having some type of tag team card, maybe where two V cards come together and there's two V Pokemon on one card? That was one thing I was thinking. Sorry, I just saw that and wanted to address it before I forgot. And then fusion arts are cool. I kind of think of amazing rares. I don't know why, but it's probably something different than that. High class pack and high class deck. I was guessing that that was gonna replace the theme decks, but there was another new announcement that made me think differently. You want to talk about that one, Rob?
Um, so we're talking about the battle decks from Blastoise and Venusaur V, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Um,
that's what we're talking. Sorry, I put you on the spot, but you nailed it. Yep, that's
no, you're
exactly what I was referring to.
good. You've been looking into those way more than I have.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know too much about the battle decks, the newer ones at least. I was gonna say I know this is going back a little bit, but for V Union and V Star, for V Star, have we ever had a tag team? We haven't had a tag team like VMAX, right? There's no cards with two VMAXs on it, right?
No, not
Do
that
you
I can recall.
do
Nope.
you think V Union and then V Star is the two V cards and then maybe like two VMAXs within that V Star card?
Potentially, that would be really cool, kind of like how they did the GX tag teams.
Yeah.
You know, you already had GX cards, and then you had two of those GX Pokemon on one card. That could be very much what we're looking at. Another big thing, just to announce, all of this is speculation on our part, guys.
Yeah.
The news itself is facts. These set names are facts. These are factually trademarked by Pokemon, but everything after that is just opinion. Just want to make that clear. We're just
Yeah.
kind of looking at what they've trademarked and kind of playing around with some ideas of what we see happening in the hobby and making speculation on what they could be moving towards. That would be really cool if there were two VMAXs on a card. I'd be pumped about
That
that.
would be sick.
That'd be cool. Yeah,
So
but what I saw for the Blastoise and Venusaur V decks, just to sum that up a little bit, they look just like a theme deck, except it has like a V deck on it, basically. So
mhm.
the featured Pokemon are Blastoise and Venusaur in it. Some other cool news that went along with that was Lysander's gonna be on a Boss's Orders card art. That's kind of cool. That was released with that Blastoise and Venusaur V decks. I like them, but they're nothing crazy. They kind of remind me of the Dreadnought deck, if you guys are familiar with that. But outside of that, nothing too crazy about that. But it is news.
For the next thing we actually saw was the McDonald's. McDonald's comes out is announced or leaked a Pokemon promotion starting February 6th. Happy Meals will have 4 promo cards featuring all the starters, including Pikachu. Now, with that said, how many people do you think are going to go to McDonald's order
You know,
30 Happy Meals
oh,
and not even eat the Happy Meals, bro. It's gonna be insane. That to me is crazy right
uh,
now for a
I
promo.
hope not.
There's
I
gonna be
hope
so many
not.
people, so many a-holes that are gonna go to McDonald's and be like, "Hey, give me 30 Happy Meals," and then the workers are gonna get heckled and everything, and they're gonna have to make all these all these Happy Meals just for these guys to get cards. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's a
Uh,
weird time to do that right now. I know they're probably gonna capitalize on the hype, but like that's a crazy promo to do right now.
and in all reality, the thing is that these General Mills and McDonald's collabs, if you will, or promotions
Hmm.
that they're running, those had to have been figured out months ago. So because you're not rolling that out in weeks, you're not making a promo card in weeks, you're not figuring out all the distribution in weeks, you're not striking a deal with companies like that in weeks. So they had this planned out. So there was a good chance they had no idea that this is where the hobby was going to be at this moment. So I feel like it's more a little bit of bad luck.
Yeah.
And I hope that a lot of this stuff doesn't bring out too much negative behavior because I think that it could hurt the hobby. I mean, at that point, will we lose maybe some of the scalpers or whatnot? I'm not sure, but it is starting to raise some like negative connotation towards Pokemon if you have workers stealing from their companies just to get
Even
those
that
cards.
too,
That's
dude.
that's gonna make Pokemon never want to do promotions like this again.
Yep.
So if everybody's enjoying the hobby and wants to continue having a great hobby like this, I would suggest not ordering 40 Happy Meals and you know ruining people's days behind you, the people who work at McDonald's all for greed of a Pokemon promo card. I think that the Pokemon hobby deserves a lot better than that. Again, these are just my opinions. I'm not perfect or always right in any sense, but that's how I feel about it. Also, those McDonald's promos are speculated to potentially have stickers and a cool Pikachu card frame as well. I'd really like to get my hands on that, but I'll go and get one Happy Meal, not 40 when I do it. But let's move on. Segment three. It's a little bit of Pokemon communication. So we're just gonna choose a little bit of what we've been talking about throughout this podcast and kind of expand our thoughts on that and let the discussion just flow on its own. So I'll start by we kind of already talked about this. I'll expand though. I want to discuss a closer look at these EVs, and I'm thinking it could be an EV year. So you might want to look back at previous big EV cards and maybe if they're not too crazy of a price, pick them up. And the reason that I'm saying that is the ETB for Shining Fates is featuring EV, like Rob said. What was Rob's favorite card that he's going to be going for outside of Charizard and the Ditto that everybody's looking for? He's down to just grab that promo. What card is that? EV Max. Pokemon also got the trademark of EV Heroes, which is supposed to be a set. So even if it isn't, um, it should be probably EV centered if they're naming that, but a whole set dedicated to Eevee. Eevee is iconic. It's one of the OG Pokemon, and it's also transcended throughout the entirety of Pokemon through like each generation of establishing new evolution forms. And when you discuss this with people in the hobby, a lot of people like different versions of Eevees for different reasons. So that, but it all comes back to Eevee with that. Whether you're a Umbreon fan or a Flareon fan, that means you're a fan of Eevee in general. So it really encompasses a lot of people's collections, favorite Pokemons, and all of that. So I would keep that in mind in the near future for EV cards. That's uh something that I picked up while looking over the news this week. How about you, Rob?
I'm looking over the news this week. We talked about the cereal promos. Again, don't get a case of FOMO. And do your research, and maybe just be patient for that card. Um, Another thing I wanted to bring out is I was on Facebook Marketplace, and I see a lot of prices. I see a lot of cards, and I ask for prices. I don't give my offer or anything. I just ask for a price, and a lot of people list their price, and then I go check around on eBay sold listings and TCG Player, and a lot of people are listing these prices on either listed prices on eBay or the listed price on TCG Player. There is a difference, listed price and market price. I'll put them up on the screen right now. So on TCG Player, when you go to a specific card, there's a number on the right, and then when you scroll down, there is a market price, which they value the card at, and then there is a listed price that sellers are listing at. So the listed price is a price that you can list the card at. No, like it's your card, but that is not the price of that card, that value. The market price is what TCG Player, the whole TCG Player, the whole Pokemon market is calculating and valuing that card at. So I just want to give a distinction between the two, because I had a lot of people, say I asked for a card and asked for the price, and I was like, no, I'll pass. This is the market listed price. I wanted to get at the market price, and a lot of people didn't know what I was talking about. So I just wanted to point it out, just for the future listings. There are a lot of people that will, call you out on it or whatever. I don't do that. I wanted to just let them know that I'm not interested and I wanted to go for the market price. But when you are selling cards, definitely just, look at both of them, look at sold on eBay, and try to, come up with a price in the middle, or closer to market. So you can actually sell the card and not have, be sitting on that card that you, just, pulled or bought. Anything else from you, Ridge, about this week?
I want to touch on a little bit of the market, whether it's a seller's or buyer's market. I'm At times when you see the market behaving a certain way, you kind of have to then react to how the market is acting, right? So what I'm seeing right now is a lot of sets being picked up and prices going up and up and up. And for me, that kind of tells me it might be a solid time to make some profit margins if you guys are investing and that's what your goals are in Pokemon. I mean, everybody's really trying to get their hands on stuff, take stances on certain cards in certain sets. So maybe you have a Crimson Invasion booster box that you had, and people are eating those up now, even though it's not a crazy set. It's got a Gyarados secret rare GX in it, and even very lackluster sets like Steam Siege, they're getting picked up. Everybody's trying to get their hands on stuff that's not being printed again, which is understandable. But down the road, how easy are you gonna be able to get that off your hands if it's a lackluster set? So for me, I'm thinking it might be a solid time to make your profit margins on certain things. You're gonna be able to sell these cards. They're pretty liquid right now. So, and if you list them, don't feel bad listing them for a high price. That's the market right now. So make your money on investments and um make those margins that you want to make, and maybe take that money and then reinvest in newer stuff or Shining Fates, Battle Styles, and that's some good ways to be making your money, because it does ebb and flow, and at some point it will probably not be as crazy as this. So why not take advantage of the time right now? Now, I'm not saying that if you sell that it's never going to be worth what it's worth now or more in the future. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying no one ever lost money taking a profit. So that's about all I want to say on that. Do you disagree, agree? Any thoughts on that, Rob?
So I agree. We talked about it before we started, and I initially said it was a buyer's market, but after you explained those key facts, I really think it's a seller's market as well. There's just no production going on from Pokemon. There's no product on the shelves. Steam Siege, Crimson Invasion, all these lackluster sets are going up because either people are trying to figure out, they want to put their money into Pokemon and that's the lowest thing they can buy, or there's people that just want to rip, product. They don't want to spend $300-$400 on a booster box, so they're getting the $100, $120, $140, $150 boxes, and that's just causing the price to go up because if someone buys something at $120, that's the price. If someone buys it at $140, that's the price, and it keeps going up and up and up because people are reading the product and the production and like they're saying, oh, it's not on any shelves, pay this price, and then they charge $160 and then someone buys it and now that's the price. So right now I would suggest getting your profit. I always aim for like 30 to 50% depending on the product and depending on what my buy-in was, but 30% is my minimum. I try to make 30% on everything that I want to sell and initially purchase to make a little bit money on. But yeah, definitely a seller's market. If you don't have any sentimental attachments to your Crimson Invasion, Steam Siege booster boxes, and you got them for retail a couple months ago for $90, $85, there was probably a 5%, 10% discount that you got on it, coupon, because they were sitting on shelves. I would suggest, getting rid of it, hitting that 30% or so, and, looking for your next move. But definitely a seller's market for sure.
Yeah, I agree. It can kind of go both ways. And again, just an opinion of mine, not an expert at all, just what I'm seeing when I look at the market and honestly how I'm behaving. And that's just me trying to be transparent. But I think that will wrap it up for the most part today. I did want to do a little outro plug. So for those who aren't up to date on this, there's a new app out called Clubhouse. I'm sure a lot of you will be seeing it. Big business people, icons, tycoons, whatever you want to call them, are all over that app, running rooms 24/7 with super helpful information. So I would highly advise you check it out. And I gotta shout out to my TCG Collectors Club on Clubhouse. It's not mine, but I've jumped in a bunch and it's been awesome. Shout out to the founders, Ali, Drew, Shirley, and Kevin. They're awesome people. They are very, very knowledgeable. They're super friendly, and what they're doing over there right now is amazing. Happened to be in the clubhouse the other night, and we actually had Real Breaking Nate come through. That was sick. I'm sure a lot of you know him in the hobby. He's a YouTuber for Pokemon, and he just adds a bunch to the hobby. Super positive vibes out of him, and being able to just talk to him one-on-one essentially was amazing, and just getting some of his takes on how he feels about Pokemon and what he sees coming in the future. That's a real unique experience, and it was something I could only really gain from being in Clubhouse. So if you guys want to get in there, just message me on Instagram on the Crelectors page, and I can send you an invite into the club, and you guys can come and listen and join into the conversation over there.
On top
But
of
that's
what
about
Rich,
it for me.
on top of what Rich said, in the comments below, if you want to get into Clubhouse, just comment, why you want to get into Clubhouse and what would benefit you by getting into Clubhouse. We have a ton of invites, and we want to invite people that will, come and talk and be part of the conversation and learn. And we're gonna start doing our own rooms as well in the future. So and down in the comments, definitely let us know why, and why you'd want to be in the Clubhouse, and we'll send you an invite, get you in there for sure. Other than that, I think we're good. I do have a premiere ball that we're gonna open up.
Oh baby!
If you made it this far,
go.
I don't know who's gonna make it this far, but we're gonna open up this premiere ball.
Should we not tell anybody about this break and give out the hit from one of these packs?
Yeah. So let's do that. If we get a if we get a hit out of this tin, and you're watching right now,
we'll choose the pack before. We'll open it up. We'll choose a specific pack, and whoever makes it this far and comments on this post, whatever the name of the pack that we choose, you'll get the hit out of that pack. Does that sound good? This is all on the fly, guys. Oh man, what'd we get? I can't really see.
Sun and Moon.
Crimson Invasion. Oh,
no, Sun and Moon. Burning Shadows and Evo.
Burning Shadows.
Yeah. So we're gonna do Sun and Moon first right now.
Wait, what are the people gonna get? We gotta decide what hit are they gonna get out of the pack.
Burning
we gotta
Shadows.
Do it fair and square.
Burning Shadows. We'll open it last.
We're gonna give them the Rainbow Charizard if we hit that.
Yeah,
bro?
Burning Shadows.
Wow. All right.
I won't tell you the code cards or anything.
If nobody makes it this far though, we get to keep it. So if nobody comments in the below in the comments Burning Shadows, then we're keeping this hit.
So we got a Leaf Energy, Pelipper, Crocorock. We got a Crocorock. Let's go. That's one of my favorite Pokemon. Brionne, Rowlet. I put the Ultra Rare to the side, so I'll flip it up into the screen after. Torkoal, Zubat, Grubbin, Growlithe. Ooh, we got the reverse rare Oranguru that I use in TCG against you.
Okay.
And now,
I hate that card.
And now I'm going to cover for both sides. What do we get?
What do we got?
Ooh, Full Art GX. Incineroar.
Dude, that is sick. Let's go.
Damn.
Let's go. That is awesome.
That is sick.
I love that card. Sweet. So yeah, comment down below Burning Shadows and we'll send you that
No, that
card.
was Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon. Burning Shadows we're going to save for last.
Oh.
Yeah, this is our opening. Then on Burning Shadows, we'll...
I'm sorry, guys. That's our card.
Actually, that'll be part of a giveaway.
People. I got hyped for the people, bro. I was like, let's go. They got a full art. That's sick. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. If we get the Rainbow Charizard, I'm gonna be a little bit salty. That's a hard hit. Bro.
I did it wrong. No. There, we got the break card. And we got the Beedrill.
Out of the Evo?
Yeah.
Sleeve that up for me, bro. I need that card.
All right.
And what else did we get for the...
Beedrill.
Beedrill. I got Beedrill. Is it a reverse hollow?
No.
Or a hollow?
No. It's the regular rare.
Yeah. Yeah, I got like 8 of those.
And then the break was in the reverse hollow slot.
Sick. I'm pumped we got that break. I need it. Is it Star Me or Star You?
Star Me.
Sweet. All right,
so now we're doing it.
Pack for the people. All right, for all those who stuck through to the end, this pack is for you. All you gotta do is in the comments, comment Burning Shadows, and we're sending you a Rainbow Charizard. I'm just kidding. Whatever we hit out of this pack is going to you.
There we go.
I'm excited. Come on, give us a big hitter for the people.
Put it down.
For the collectors.
Now we got an Energy, Kirlia, Olivia, Lunatone, Mudbray, Ladybug, Hoot Hoots, Vulpix, Ralts. We got a reverse hollow Zygarde. And what did we get?
Come on, big hitter.
No.
What is it? Hollow?
Regular rare Persian.
All right, so for the people, comment down below Sun and Moon, and we'll give you that Incineroar full art.
Yes, sir.
Because we got to do it for the collectors. We got to do it for you guys. Sorry we didn't hit anything crazier. I really wish we hit that Rainbow Charizard, but, you know, it is what it is. So for those of you who stuck around, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Make sure that you share this video with your friends. Let them know about the collectors. We're trying to help you guys out as much as possible with the information that we're getting and just keeping you up to date on things going on in the hobby, where we're investing and where we're collecting, selling, and buying, etc. My name's Ridge and this is Rob. Together we make the Crelectors. We're also on Instagram and TikTok. We'd appreciate a follow over there. But I think that's going to wrap it up for this week. So, peace.